Just so people know, I just had I just was profitable in three accounts tonight. And it's because of what Tom has been teaching me.
Awesome.
So I had it's always a growing process. So I'm gonna be transparent. I wasn't perfect with my rules, but I've been getting much, much better with my rules. Before working with this guy, I was very inconsistent. So um, now I'm pleased to say I've started to learn coping mechanisms to kind of protect myself from myself.
I hear
And
that.
um, it's really been helpful to me. I can't express how great it has been. Um, for me, my edge was okay, but my psychological was a mess. And I didn't, and the funny thing about it is you don't really realize it sometimes until you actually are forced to take a look at it, and use some of the strategies that Tom gives you to just really look at it and see, man, more often than not, it's just you in the way. Um, I was about to do something this today, and I was like, do I really need to do that? And the awareness the piece really helped me. And so instead, I followed my regular process, and here we go. Three accounts, all profitable. I'm done for tonight. It's been a great day, another great trading day. Yesterday was pretty doggone good too, Tom. So
Well, that's
thank you
awesome.
for
Hey,
strategy.
would you feel comfortable sharing with them what you were telling me in our session about how that trade just took off and how you described it to me? Do you remember how you?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely I can definitely share that. So, one of the things that I've been struggling with has been that I my stop losses. One of the issues I've been having is I'd be winning, right? Technically, but my losses way outweighed. And when I say my losses, I mean when I lost I was losing more than I was winning. And so Tom gave me a strategy for my stop losses. He was like, "Man, why don't you just take a percentage of your stop losses right away? I'm sorry, percentage of your take profits right away, and then have a runner." And I said, "Okay." So I tried it as an experiment with an evaluation account. And that evaluation account, and I didn't tell Tom this, but that evaluation account, I was went I made 1,500 on that evaluation count that one time.
Hmm.
Uh, and that evaluation count has stayed up, not gone down, it stayed up. And so I realized I was on to something. So again, I let fear get in the way for a while. And so I just kept doing my one-on-ones because I was trying to get my consistency right. And that was working. But then what I decided to do was do the two-to-ones. And the two-to-ones just skyrocketed. I
He's
had
talking reward to risk is what he's talking
yeah,
about. Yeah, he tweaked
yeah,
it.
yeah. It was like now it's like a no-brainer. I used it today again,
Hmm.
and they just shot to the moon. I had a couple, and I was like, man, I've been losing. Like, okay, just by making that one change, I was so scared to just use that strategy. I was using one mini for my evaluations and one micro for my paid. And just by changing it to two, it made all the difference in the world. It made all the difference to the world. I mean, I was going from I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll double it. I'd be tripling like my profits. And so like now I'm not even worried so much about my losses because my wins kind of match up or are starting to get greater than my losses. So I was so scared of losses. Now I'm not as scared of losses just because I'm using this two-to-one strategy.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you're going to be hesitant at first because you're getting in your own way. I just going to tell you what he's told me. Just take it piece by piece, right? become aware of when you think that you're overdoing it, and then take a step back, and then just keep moving with it. Especially for those of you guys who have done like I was doing, trying another edge or thinking about doing another edge. Um, I actually realized I didn't need the edge. What I needed was the psych. And now I'm feeling really great about my edge. And, and it's really working fantastic. Am I hitting all my goals each day? No, but I'm getting one piece at a time, and each time I'm getting a piece, it's getting better. I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth too much,
Oh
but
no,
I
you're
just want
good.
to
You're
tell you
good.
guys that
And
this stuff really works, man.
well, and I want to commend you on putting that into practice because sometimes those are easy to say and harder to do. But really, you took away things that we just had learned in the last month or so when you were talking about your self-awareness and you were able to categorize it as, red light, yellow light type awareness. And then you caught that. And that I don't think that was something that you were able to do before.
Yes, you and it was one thing you told me too. This was crazy. Okay. I was closing out my stuff. I was closing out my stuff too early too, right? Because I was afraid I was going to do a lot. You told me if why don't you just move your stop loss up a little bit? Just move it up to break even if that's going to be the case.
Mhm.
Just move it up to, and now I'll be honest with you. I didn't just move it up to break even. I moved it up a little past break even to like 5 pips so
Fair.
that I didn't feel bad about if I lost it, or to not 5 pips, but like 5 ticks,
And what's that
right?
do to your stress level when you're able to do that?
It just completely took it off. Then I can just walk away,
Right.
right? I can even almost walk away from the screen and just let it do what it does. And instead of me closing out, I can't tell you how bad I felt sometimes closing out. And then I just see a shoot to the moon. And then I realized just using the stop loss, at least it's got to go a long way to hit my stuff to hit that 5 ticks. So if that happens, I'm not feeling so bad. I'm like, well, it's not. And what I've also found is more often than not, like 95% of the time, I'm never doing that. It's usually like with those big, huge candles,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's when I'm doing it now because I'm like, okay. Or if like, or if like, because I'm a family guy, you probably can hear my kids downstairs. Something happens and I have to go run
Right.
and
Right.
go
Right.
check on the kids real quick. Then I'm like, let me move my stop loss. I'm in the green. Let me move my stop
Mhm.
loss to that spot just so I can run and do that and come back. I did that yesterday, move my stop loss back down. It hit my goal, bam.
Right. Right.
Just
No,
like that.
that's awesome. And so that really evolves out of one of the concepts we talk about. If you're a trader and you're given the choice, you only can answer A or B. And A is you'll take a break even trade, and B is you'll take a guaranteed loss. Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure everyone's going to take A. I'll take a break even trade over a loss trade every time I can get it. And so that's what we do as part of a risk management technique as we get to what we call a net zero trade, where, where I'll take break even trades over a loss anytime. And so that's what he's actually implementing against. And it all falls under the premise of when people say, well, let your runners run, or let your winners run and cut your losses short. That's exactly what he's doing. Without using those words, that's what he's doing. So congratulations, you're making great progress. I told him the other day, and I'll tell you again in front of everybody, I'm very proud of the progress that you're making. So keep it up.
Thank you, man. Listen to this guy, man. He knows what he's talking about. He's fantastic. Best investment I've made so far, and hey, I'm sticking with him.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your evening, and